What's up, crew? Bruce 40 back at you with 40 ounce malt liquor TV episode 7. Today, we got Ballantine Ale 40 ounce. Coming at you with another hotel video. This time, I'm down in North Carolina. Came down for a personal trip and decided to make another 40 vid for everybody out there. I got on my private stock t-shirt, and since they don't make private stock anymore, I felt it was as good as any time to wear it with a Ballantine. Ballantine Ale used to come in green glass bottles. Now it's in brown glass bottles. And I swear it tasted a little better in the green. Something about how the brown actually protects it better from UV rays. And that might be the case. This might be what Ballantine's supposed to taste like, but by God, I like what the green glass does to the beer thanks to the sun. You don't want it to skunk it too bad, but the sun gives beer in green bottles a special skunk of sorts. A little funk, if you will, not a skunk. It can be a skunk, but at first it's a funk, and when it's a funk, it's delicious. So I miss not having that Ballantine Ale funk, but it's still Ballantine Ale. It's still respected by 40 ounce malt liquor drinkers everywhere on the level of a malt liquor, even if it says ale on the label. And you gotta love it. There's nothing bad you can say about Ballantine. I correlated the private stock to it because back in my early drinking days, when Ballantine was in green bottles, private stock was also in green bottles. And there was something about it. They didn't taste alike by any means, but yet I always compared the two. And it's not just because of the green, it's because they had a unique taste to it. I never compared them to Mickey's, which came in a green glass bottle, and does again, thank God. But it was that Ballantine funk with that ale flavor and private stock with its imported ingredients. They didn't taste alike, but they both stood out from other 40s, and they were both delicious. And I would say private stock was more delicious, and may the malt unicorn rest its soul. I miss it more than anything. It was discontinued in 2013. It was my favorite tasting, best tasting malt liquor of all time, but it's gone now, so you know we have to move on. We have to be strong. We get through this together one day at a time, and we lean on Ballantine a little harder now. That's all you can do. Ballantine Ale, 5.6% alcohol by volume. Conversely, private stock, 6.8% alcohol by volume when it was around. This shirt was actually screen printed, handmade by an old 40 ounce crew member. 40s for Satan was his crew name, aka Joe State. So if you're out there watching, cheers. This is still a great shirt all these years later. And then to tie the Ballantine private stock correlation a little tighter, a little closer, if you will, after I already sort of associated the two brands, I come to find out that there was a 40 called Ballantine private stock malt liquor. Came in the stubby style 40-ounce bottles that 40s in the 80s came in. Obviously never got to drink it, but I did get an empty from JD in the BCCA. Cheers to that. He hooked that up. Awesome addition to my collection. You can see that bottle, Ballantine private stock, on my website, 40ozMaltLiquor.com, as well as many variations of Ballantine Ale, including a 64-ounce Ballantine Ale that I inherited from 40-ounce crew member, 40-ounce legend. He was the man who originally had the world's largest 40-ounce collection with about 130 some odd bottles, until I started collecting and quickly caught up and met him, inherited his collection, and just kept increasing from there to the point where I now have over 1,060 different bottles. But cheers to 40-ounce legend as well. That 64-ounce Ballantine I got from him, I inherited it full, and it was thick with the floaties and chunks, and there was no way I was ever going to drink it. Why would I, when I could buy fresh Ballantine 40s? And back in those early days of my collecting, I really didn't care about having fulls. I was like, what's the point? It's just really heavy. The stuff inside's gross and full of chunks. I'm just going to dump it out, clean the bottle. It'll weigh less on the shelf, and I won't have to worry about it. That's what I did. Regrets. You live and you learn. But that would have been a cool one to keep full and still have full, for sure. Oh, God. A little full. Just ate some food and some dessert. Had a bunch of wings at Hooters. Had an apple pie milkshake at this ice cream place. And had an orangeade after the milkshake because I was thirsty. What you can do? Diabetes. Cheers to diabetes. So I'm actually down in North Carolina for the New Balance Outdoor National Track and Field Championships. High school. My stepson is in 2 of the races this weekend. He actually qualified for 3, but one of the teammates couldn't come down, so they're only doing 2 of them, but it's pretty awesome. He had a race today, 4x800 in the emerging elite category, first place, and also set a meet record for that category, so that was pretty cool. He's got 2 school records he's made this year, and qualified for the Nationals in 3 events. Sunday he's got a championship race in the 4x400. So, very cool, very proud. I've come a long way since my original 40-ounce videos 10 years ago. But yeah, while you sit there on the other end of the camera, watching me guzzle 40s on the internet, how far have I really come, right? Cheers to that. Hot out there today. Metal bleachers, sun blaring. Bit thunderstormy out this weekend, but clouds cleared up. Didn't rain today really during the day. And the sun was shining, beating down. Getting some color, doing some sweats. And then coming back to the hotel to do some ales. I gotta make these videos when I have the opportunity. I don't upload them right away often. Save them, edit them, upload them, time them for publishing, so I can get out, try and get out one a week to you guys. Been doing alright with that so far. Bloated AF, as the kids say these days. Alright, let's try and wrap this up. Almost there, crew, almost there. But if you have any questions or comments about this, just call 1-800-947-2278. They'll help you out. 3 X's, folks. 3 of them. This isn't a porno. This is America's largest selling ale, with the bloated, foamy burps. That's it. See you next time for episode 8. Keep swilling.